Hello, Stacy back with you. So have you ever purchased something and loved it, right? Loved it, but you didn't reorder it? Well, that's what happens to us if we're not following up to make sure that our customers are enjoying their products, and if at time to refill those products, we're not reaching out to them and saying, hey, how did you like that? Yeah, I believe it's about time for you to refill that product. Can I grab that for you? Yes, absolutely you can. Okay, so that's where we are this week. We're with what can we do to follow up with our customers, and what process can we use, basically, is where I'm going to go with this. So I have some notes. You guys know I have notes, so here we go. Following up, put a system in place. First thing, system in place. Here are a couple ideas for you. One, if you print out your orders, put them in a folder and write the date on them that they ordered, and then once you follow up to see if it's been delivered, because yes, we're going to check our ship.com or whatever you're using to ship your orders, you're going to check to see if it delivered, correct? Yes. Sorry, got mom mode there. So we're going to check to see if they delivered. And then once it delivered, we're going to write a second date on there, and that's going to be a follow-up date, because you're going to reach out to that customer and you're going to say, hey, Mary, I saw your order was delivered today. Enjoy that order. And then maybe a week later, I usually do about a week, I follow up again and I'll say, hey, Mary, and I'm using this folder of maybe printed invoices that I have. I'm using this folder. I've got that date written on there. And I'm saying, following up with Mary. Hey, Mary, it's been about a week since you've had your product. I would love to hear how much you're loving that product. And then wait for Mary to answer you. And then great, Mary, I love that. Also, a complimentary product to your tinted moisturizer may be our translucent powder. Summertime is coming. It gets hot. Our translucent powder does a great job with perspiration. Talk to her about that. So you're following up, and maybe you're leading into another product. So that's kind of a manual way to follow up and track your orders. The second way I would say to do that, and I've done a screenshot, and I'm going to put that screenshot or screen record, in separately. So second way you can do that is if you use Square, you can actually put notes and reminders in Square that will electronically, not manual, we've done it manual, or we can do it electronic, that will electronically remind you, hey, Stacy, follow up with Mary, because you're going to put your own notes in the customer. You're going to put your own notes in there, so you can say, Mary ordered tinted moisturizer on 4/16 or 5/16, and then you could put the ship date in there, and then you can put your reminder alarm. You can set an alarm in Square to remind you to follow up with Mary, or whichever customer it is. A big part of our business is following up. And if you're not following up, it's going to be homework. You're going to follow up. Also, connections. Make connections with your customers. Don't just jump in and lead in with the product. Hey, Mary, I saw you had a great weekend at the beach. I love that. That tinted moisturizer probably did amazing on the beach all weekend, right? I would love to hear how much you love it. So scope out their Facebook maybe a little bit. I know it seems kind of weird, but the more we know about them, the more they're going to respond back to us. So engage, build connections with those customers when you're following up. That's my point. The second thing is how else can we meet those numbers? Because I saw last week, and you guys are amazing, but I saw last week that you did your monthly, your weekly, and then your daily goals, right? So daily goals are so important. Why? Well, they're going to build fire under you. When you set a goal, and you break it down into a tangible, achievable goal, and it's a daily goal, that builds, and you can achieve it, that builds fire under you. So how do we achieve daily goals? So one of the things that you can do, couple things, is you can do a power hour. Maybe you get a couple of your Senna sisters together and you do a power hour. So you do activity-based reach out. So you connect with people. Maybe you do them for 5 minutes. Maybe you do them for 10 minutes. Maybe you do them for 15 minutes. But if you guys come together, or if you just do them by yourself, a lot of times I just do them by myself. Activities, and I'm going to give you guys some examples, but what if you do a lip sense wow in your story? So lip sense wow in your story, put a little box in there and let people comment on it. You're building connections, because then you can reply back to them and you can say, oh my goodness, isn't it amazing, right? Go live, have a lip sense on, and change the gloss. I do that all the time. Change the gloss. Let them see how different that lip sync color looks with different glosses. Let's see. I have a whole list of these I'm going to share with you guys. Some 10-minute activities. Make a reel. Watch stories and send messages. So not only do we want people commenting on our stories, correct, but we need to be out there commenting on our customer stories, because then it circles back to making connections. And then when they need something, they'll think, oh, what about Stacy? I think Stacy sells that product that I need. So then you're kind of in the forefront of their mind when you're commenting on their stories. So that might be a 10-minute. You take 10 minutes and you go through stories and you just comment on people's stories. A, it kind of gets you into their world, and B, they're like, oh, she really does care, right? Let's see. Maybe you have 15 minutes. The kids are away and you have 15 minutes. Pull your square report and do follow-ups. Pull your square report on people that have purchased mascara. Mascara is a huge one that people don't refill. So pull your square reports on mascara, and then follow up with all those beautiful customers that need a refill on their mascara. Yes. Create an email. Have you ever created an email to tell your customers what's going on in your beauty group this week or this month? You can make it like a newsletter, but create an email for your customers. I love creating emails for my customers. I get a lot of just kind of emails back saying, hey, this is really nice, thank you. So power hours, and then what we call income producing ideas. So we call them IPAs. Sending messages to your customers. Again, it's more follow-up, but maybe they haven't just purchased recently. But you know that they need tinted moisturizer. Who doesn't need tinted moisturizer, right? Maybe they need tinted moisturizer. So you're going to do income producing activities. So it could be that you have 5 minutes and you pull your square report of who's purchased tinted moisturizer or who's purchased mascara, and you send messages to those individuals. One thing I'll ask you to do is make those messages personal. Don't just send a blanket email to everybody. Make them personal. Check out their Facebook again. Like I said, check out their Facebook. See what's going on in their life. Oh my goodness, Mary, I saw you went to the beach this week. Tinted moisturizer worked great, didn't it? I did notice, I was just looking back in my reports, and you're about due for a refill on your tinted moisturizer. Is that something I can grab for you? So, follow-ups, we talked about those. The key is in the follow-up. Whether it be a follow-up for a new order or follow-up for a refill. You have your square reports. You can use those to guide you on who to send messages to. You can also send messages to new followers. Maybe someone just joined your group. Send them a message. Hey, have you ever, heard of Synergence? And talk to them a little bit. Get to know them. Look at their Facebook. People share a lot on their Facebook, and you can learn a lot about them through their Facebook. You can say, hey, I looked at your Facebook. Your kids are so cute. And then just kind of go from there. Say, I only have one daughter and she's in college, but I enjoyed, when they were little, the age of your kids. Don't make it weird. Make it personal. And just be yourself. That's the thing I always think when I'm sending a message. Does this sound like me, or does this sound like somebody else? So I have one more thing for us, and I know this is going a little long, but not too long ago, we did a training, and I wanted to share this with you guys. It's called 5 times 5. So, and I'm going to share this with you because you can use this for your business. So what does that mean? So talk to 5 new prospects. Talk to 5 new people about Synergence. 5 new exposures. So those new followers, reach out to them, 5 of them. 5 new conversations. Doesn't have to be about Synergence yet, right? Talk about their kids. Talk about a hobby. Maybe you have something in common. Maybe you're in a Facebook group. Like we have a French Bulldog. So I'm in a French Bulldog Facebook group. So I make connections in there, just talking to people, just getting to know them. I live in Central Florida. I'm in a mom's group in Central Florida. Even though my daughter is 20, I'm still a mom. So I joined the Facebook group of Central Florida. So 5 new conversations. Doesn't have to be about Synergence yet. Get to know them. 5 new follow-ups. And then we're going to do 5 new decisions. So what does decisions mean? Maybe they've made it through all 5 areas. You guys have had great conversation. They've purchased Synergence. You offer them the opportunity to either be a retail customer, to be a kiss and tell customer, or to be an affiliate like you are with Synergence. Maybe they fall in love with it and they're like, absolutely, I'm going to do this. So I have this document. I'm going to send it to you because there's little circles so you can check them off each time you reach out to someone, and it's every day of the week. Maybe the kids are at soccer practice and you have 10 minutes. Work on it. Do some follow-ups. Do some IPAs. Keep track of it. That's the key, is keeping track of what you're doing so you know what is working. Does that make sense? So with that, your homework is going to be, and let me pull my notes out because I wrote them down. All right, so with that, your homework is going to be to talk to 50 humans. So we're going to do the 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5 times 5. And all business conversations, get to know them conversations, but we're going to talk to 50 people. It's scary, I know. I still get scared to the day, but we're going to talk to 50 people. And mark up this sheet. I'm going to send it to you. It's not my sheet, but it's a It's a graphic and you can mark it off and it'll be great for your business. If there are any questions once I've sent this out, or any questions about the video, I do have some ideas that I'll also share. So that way you're not just sitting here going, well, what am I going to do? I'll have some IPA ideas, and then I also have some conversation starters ideas that I'll share. So I hope you guys find this very helpful. And if, like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. But you have to start somewhere to get to where you want to be and those numbers that you posted last week. So start here, start in the way that you feel like you can start, but start somewhere. So I'm going to leave you with that, and I hope that you all have a fabulous week. And if you have any questions, let us know. Talk to you soon.